Feel this way forever. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry.
Also known as Spanish Harlem. Well, my career in community service has been lengthy. I serve on multiple committees. I didn't even know where to start, to be honest with you. I think the biggest highlight that I'm proud of is being an ordained minister for the National Association of Christian Ministers. I'm also the Sergeant at Arms for the New York County Democratic Party. I'm also Latino Affairs Director for the National Action Network in the Bronx chapter. I also sit on the board of the Department of Youth and Community Development. I sit on the board of Public Hospitals and Community Advisory Board member. I sit on multiple boards, and the reason why I do this is to find ways to give back to communities, to make sure that communities have empowerment with the decision-making process. And unfortunately, as we see now, our new endeavors, our new battles happen to be gentrification. If you look at the East Harlem community itself, the community itself has changed so much. My neighbors are not my neighbors anymore. You know, I grew up in a time where this was a village, where everyone knew everyone's background. Everyone knew everyone's backstory. I could tell you 4 or 5 generations of a particular household. Nowadays, my neighborhood doesn't even look like where I grew up at. You know, times have changed, and if you look at the rate of evictions, which is another thing I deal with, I prevent homelessness. And how I do this is finding resources and financial assistance to help people to catch up with their bills, so that way the landlords cannot toss them out. So in turn, the landlords cannot rent out their apartments that are rent stabilized for a higher profit. And these are the things that I do. And the reason why I do it, simply because I care. I want my children to be proud that their father created a legacy to make a better future. And this is why I sit here in front of you today. You know, I fight for workforce development, for better relationships between the government and the community, with our local elected officials. But it takes time, and also takes cooperation between all communities. Because no matter where you're from, Bed-Stuy, Brooklyn, South in the Bronx, East Harlem, we all have the same issues. We all have the same fundamental endeavors and challenges we are faced with each and every day of our lives. But unless we, as God intended, begin to work together, as a community, we will never see progression. Divide and conquer has always been the game plan since the beginning of time. And it's up to you to make a change. Today,
it's a saying I'm going to have from now on. When the devil's messing, God's about to be blessing. Just remember that. But I'm going to pass it on now to the rest of the team. My name is Paul. I'm one of the founders and hosts of TERELL. Let me pass it on to my next host.
It's your man TERELL. We got East Harlem, like you said. Let's be with my fellas.
Yeah.
There's a lot of traffic out here, so we got to talk a little louder. And it's all to the good. We out here, we interviewing my man out here. But back to the other guy.
My name's OBED. Again, it's like reunited and it feels so good. We're here in East Harlem, Brooklyn to Harlem thing, and we're here with our guy and our guest. Allow him to introduce himself.
hello everyone, my name is Kelmy Rodriguez, born and raised in East Harlem. It's good to be here with the fellas. This nice environment, we made it very down to earth, very community orientated, so you can see how my daily life is out in the East Harlem community.
Well, Kelmy, you know, I followed you a lot. As you know, I'm one of your followers on your Facebook. I saw what you've been doing for the community. I've seen what you have really enacted yourself, who you are, what your background is. But I would like for you to kind of give us more of an insight of who you are and what you're doing today and what's on your agenda for what's coming up in the near future.
Well, future, I haven't really sat down and thought about what my plan goals are. My plan right now is just to make an impact in my community. I feel that we've been underserviced for so long. I feel that there's a lot of things that we have missed opportunities. I feel that there's resources out there that a lot of constituents are not aware of. I feel that the general landscape of the community has changed, like culture itself. We've been displaced each and every day. I deal with homeless prevention on a daily basis, and I can tell you the court documentations that pass my desk every day is troubling. We have people that become job loss, death in families, and multiple circumstances from addiction to domestic violence. And they're not able to pay these new high rents that their landlords are creating right now.
So true.
You know, they came into the apartment was rent stabilized, a new owner came in, somehow there was a breach of the lease, and now the rent's raised sometimes threefold.
Wow.
And that's what we're facing now.
Wow.
And if you look right now throughout the community, you see a lot of high rises being developed.
Yeah.
And this actually came from the city council. Because what happened was that the landscape of the community was a certain residential height allowed by law.
Right.
Unfortunately,
I remember that.
our former city councilwoman advocated for them to change and I forgot the term.
Zoning?
The rezoning law. So they changed the rezoning law, which opted these developers to come in and just start building like crazy. And now the problem is everybody talks about affordable housing, but the reality is what is affordable? What may be affordable to you, my brother, might not be affordable to me. That's why I've been a strong advocate of low-income housing. Low-income housing. And unfortunately, the last frontier of low-income housing is where? Housing. NYCHA, public housing. And even public housing right now is at a threat.
Trying to go privatized.
If we lose public housing, guarantee you the 63,000 that we have in the New York City shelter system as of today will be at least tenfold.
Well, I don't want to burst anybody's bubble, but in Brooklyn, that whole breach thing is already happening.
Of course.
Done.
The whole raising the rent thing in Brooklyn, I don't know about East Harlem, I don't know about the Bronx, I don't know about anywhere. I'm from Brooklyn. But in Brooklyn, they raise your rent
Yep.
depending on how many people you have living with that has an income. So if you have, say, 3 adults that live in there and your rent was already $1,200, your rent will now be $1,500. And this is though you're living in a high rise, like a newly built high rise. So it's and it goes up annually. It's an annual thing.
Of course.
So they don't look as though to stabilize your rent for you. Oh, you're struggling. They don't care about that.
They really don't. They really don't.
But the truth of the matter is, Brooklyn was one of the first boroughs that got impacted with this gentrification, displacement, zoning. East Harlem happened to be the last stop, to be honest. But it started from Brooklyn and just worked its way up. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, if you look historically, the 2 biggest concentrations of public housing in the world is East, Central, West Harlem, and Brooklyn. If you look at Bed-Stuy, the area, look it up and do your research. And you gotta remember that NYCHA was actually a failed experiment. A lot of people don't understand the history behind NYCHA. NYCHA was built actually for World War II veterans. When they came out of service, to help them to get grounded back in their feet so they become self-sufficient. We end up in housing. And guess what? Everybody turned their back and neglected us.
It became a modern day ghetto.
Exactly what it is.
Modern, no other way to pronounce it but the modern day
To
ghetto.
concentrate us in these communities and at the same time built around us. If we all look at Art of War, the book, remember anybody read Art of War? Divide and conquer.
Always.
And if you look at it now systematically, that's what's happening to us.
Divide and conquer. You said it beautifully just there. Divide and conquer. If I keep this group of people here, and I keep this group of people here, that way I can keep the 2 worlds apart.
Of course.
And I can feed them whatever I want to feed them. And I can feed them. It's
really the biggest They destroyed our family interior. When they hit us the hardest, they dropped crack in our community. Because heroin couldn't do it, cocaine couldn't do it. When they dropped crack in our communities, they took our fathers, put them in jail. Took the mothers and put them on the street selling their bodies. So now who was left to raise your children? Grandparents. All of them. You know, it's exactly what you guys said, divide and conquer.
It's systematic if you look at it. You know, look at these drug laws, first-time drug offenders, non-violent drug offenders, they want to jail for mandatory minimum sentences.
Yeah.
They become displaced when they come back to the community. We're not offering no job training programs, so we build re-entry programs with substance. None whatsoever.
The reason why I started was because
And what they always wind up doing is being back on the street doing the same thing again. Because what happens is they got no rehabilitation in jail. And whatever trade they learn, there's no job out here offering them that job. Oh yeah, you know electricity, Gio? Yeah, we're not hiring. We're not hiring.
You know, and it's
That's
a
it.
shame. And it's a shame because I've been a strong advocate for Section 3. Many people don't know that Section 3 is the Housing Urban Development Act of 1968, which states that developers in public housing are encouraged to hire at least 15% of the population for that shit. Work on the
I know that.
yeah. Now, unfortunately, they don't enforce encouragement. So I've been working with a group known as 700. We were doing successful work in Washington houses. If you look at those two places, Wagner houses, that was the work of us through the Section 8, Section 3 program. But the only way we was able to do it was by using the Mayor's Action Program, which is create high-sensitive locations for places that are high in crime. So they wanted to add extra police officers, extra social workers, extra lighting, and we was able to take the opportunity and use that MAP program to get Section 3 in.
Wow.
I always say if I was a legislator, it would not be encouraged, it would be mandated. I would mandate contractors to hire at least 20% of the housing residents. Because if we put them to work, it gives us ownership, a sense of pride, it cuts down recidivism. The whole thing is the only way we're gonna break this cycle is chasing these goals.
I don't mean to cut you off, brother, but we're getting the finger over here from our executive producer, and it's kind of been a thing with me and her. Like, she's been giving us the finger. We won't say what finger, but she's been giving us the finger. So we're going to kind of wrap it up, but we're coming right back. So we want you guys to please follow us. Just click on the next link, because trust us, what this man has to say, you're going to want to hear it. And I have a question to ask them that's going to shock the nation. Guys, do you have something to say before we wrap this up?
Oh no, it'll be in the next segment, but this is fed up. We're
Well,
back at it.
Go to the next segment.
Go to the next segment. Fella, we're coming back at it.